principles is gender, and they speak about the concept of not men and women, but they speak about how both men and women possess the masculine and feminine aspect to them because of the two brain hemispheres that we have. Now, the two brain hemispheres, they're connected by something called the corpus callosum, whatever it is. And in women, it's a lot larger than men. And therefore, women have a hard time choosing what color lipstick to put on or what dress to wear, that those shoes match.
This is a little snippet from my new show called Guess Who Just Dropped In.
Too much data is going from one side to the other. Now, the men, since we have such a smaller corpus callosum, we are able to be
I know, bestie, my spiritual accountant, keep everything under wraps. My ancestors allowed this because it's me. Nobody can copy that.
Logical interference. And it's very important for the development of both hemispheres.
If you know, you know.
Logically, what's the word? Logically evolved, or logically what's the word? Okay, fine, evolved, lack of a better word.
Is this based off a book that you read?
No. This is just the concept of the breakdown of the principles of natural law.
Okay. Because I know if somebody's listening to this, they may say, where did you get this from? So I just wanted to clarify.
I mean, listen, the natural law, if you understand the hierarchy of laws, is man-made laws. These stuff that men made. But before that, there's laws that are unchangeable in the universe.
Okay, those gentlemen that you named earlier, name those gentlemen again since I started recording. That's what you said earlier.
Okay, so the first guy, his name was Mark Passio. Passio, whatever. Very, very brilliant guy. But here's the thing, what you need to understand with him, especially with anyone delivering truthful or not, like real powerful knowledge, you never ever listen to their demeanor. You don't pay attention to their tone. You don't pay attention to the delivery. You don't pay attention to the color of their hair or what they look like. You only pay attention to the message.
Brought to you by
is not a light person to listen to, but if you can summon it, he has
if you know, you know.
Breaking down
Healthiest gun out there so far.
But I have to listen to it at least 10 times to start to grasp what the fuck he was talking about, because it was such next level, and I really wanted to understand it. And the bottom line is that...
Okay, I'll leave it on that cliffhanger, but first and foremost, welcome everybody to another episode of No Filter, the realest show ever. It's going to be a freestyle video today. So let's just jump right into it. When I feel my ancestors or my collective calling and asking me to come out the caves, or if I'm doubting myself, right? Which I never do at all. Yes, so let's just jump into it. I guess this will be the only time I'll say forgive me, collective, because we already know why God put me on a cosmic timeout. I had to get a lot of things together, and honestly, my anger was so boiling that God made me sit down and relax and woosah, because we're from an age where it's a new era, right? We don't overthink. So we're from an age where, where we deal with things, we like to do things diplomatically. We like to address it in person. And so to speed this up without going backwards in time, I'm just learning during this void period. And first and foremost, it's October 11th. There's a lot of birthdays out here. Happy birthday, Bizzle. 55ers. Very proud. It's an inside joke. Back in the day, let me say this. Me and my boy used to joke on ages. I would say he's 45. He was like, no, I'm 55. Or I'd say he's 55. He's like, no, I'm not 55. I'm 55 or something like that. We would always add an ER to whatever age. We currently are. My birthday just passed. I don't like saying birthday because that's a witchcraft spell. If you know, you know. But my divine arrival date was October 8th, a few days back. So I thank everyone tremendously that reached out to me and wished me some love. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the cash apps that no one did send. For all the people that did not send cash apps, we love you even more for that. It's great. But where we're getting at is this: we're used to dealing with things differently versus this new age of internet, right? And being in highly or be if you're highly intuitive, you sense everybody's energies. Oh, this may be a bouncing around video, but first and foremost, again, on a side note, Nene did a video she just dropped, and I want everybody to send your love and prayers to her because she said that she was having a health issue that put her on in hiatus because life is very precious, you know what I mean? And we're not supposed to be out here running and always giving our energy to people, you know? And I was raised to do that, to always be that helping superhero. And and I'm sending her love. And she did an amazing video. I placed her video on my threads. If you follow me on threads, or Instagram, Facebook, you will see her latest video too. And she's looking beautiful as ever. I'm glad that she's back out because life is very precious and health is wealth. So God put me on a cosmic timeout too for us busybodies. Because I'm from an old school where I hear people talking sideways, I immediately want to address it. You know what I mean? And I used to be a hothead. I'm a hothead in recovery. I'm a hothead in recovery, right? So I get very. I'm a hothead in recovery. So bottom line, I used to beat your ass. I would beat your ass. You know what I mean? I don't want to beat anyone's ass. And I watched a video earlier from one of my collectives, and they were talking about I possibly have a wounded child deep within my subconscious. It reminds me of the movie Thunderbolts, the Sentinel. The villain in the movie The Thunderbolts. I forgot what his name was, the Sentry or something like that. If you know, you know. If you've seen the movie, like he's fighting his subconscious, his dark side. And well, Hollywood is. I'll do another thing on Hollywood, but for side note, confirmation bitches. But side note, but Hollywood is slick on how they communicate with me. Like for A24 using The Rock to show his confirmation bitches, to show what movies he likes and what movies he was using. You know what I mean? The Hollywood knows when you're chosen. They make movies about you, and they just show you how they're watching your life. There's a movie called Self Driver that was on my app. I know I'm bouncing around a lot, but that movie was so like my life at one time, a period of my life, and it made me want to reach through the screen and beat the brakes off of whoever did that movie because that was a very violating movie. I was like, okay, you guys been tapping my shit and following me like that. So a lot of people that watch me think that I'm an average guy, right? So they have a lot of average solutions. That's why I love myself too. It's just one of them videos, the realest thing I've ever wrote. So they think they have average solutions that's going to handle my epic, House of David life. If you know, you know. And it gets very frustrating at times. But chosen one, to be a chosen one, it's a life of a lot of disappointment, a lot of joy, a lot of disappointment, a lot of joy, a lot of sitting, a lot of balancing, a lot of figuring out how to reach your wounded child. Once you do reach your wounded child, and you believe you healed it, there's more healing to do. There's always more healing. There's always more inner work to do. There's always more patience. And there's a lot of isolation. And there's a lot of misleading in how you are interpreted in this world or understood. And us as chosen ones, we have big hearts and we want to over-explain and, hey, this is why we're here. God's letting me know, and you other chosen ones know, that the purpose of our life is not to define us in a box for you to understand so you can feel more comfortable. The purpose of our being is just to be an oddity, I guess, a mystery for us to appreciate down the road, like Nene said in her videos, like she labeled me a genius, you know what I mean? And for people like us that are geniuses, you know, we don't get understood, and that we're like misplaced on purpose. So like a lot of people look at us strange until we're gone into our next mission, and then it clicks. It's like some Kanye West magic, you know what I mean? It's just like a lot of people didn't understand Kanye West until they got him. Like, man, he's a genius, which he is. But that's another time for another topic. So there's a lot of people that don't understand you. They want a lot from you. Confirmation, bitches. As a chosen one, they want a lot from you, the public. Confirmation, bitches. A lot from you. You know? Like last year when I was going through my relationship issues. It seems like I'm always going through relationship issues. Getting rid of people that no longer vibrate on my frequencies. You have to love them from afar. And so when I was going through my relationship issues, it seems like I was doing something subconscious that I didn't even know. Dimming myself down just to be appeasing to my girlfriend, you know? And that's one thing that irked me in hindsight. And even during those times, I would just find myself compromising a part of myself to be understood. And that's why a lot of us chosen ones are dolo solo, you know what I mean? A lot of people just don't get us. And a lot of us chosen ones just feel like we're some vagabonds, and we're just from one place to another place. And we get very impatient because we have done the most, and it's always a constant thing in life. You're always growing, so there's no that's enough, period. There's always growth. There's always growth. So even though us overachievers, us chosen ones, we get isolated a lot, and you want companionship. And then the outside world that doesn't understand what's going on tells you that you need something else. And us being us and knowing our own experience and only showcasing what we showcase to the world and what we're allowed to showcase to the world, we're showing you that there's a dichotomy there. I like that word from the video I watched earlier. I've used that word before too, but it's a perfect word, the dichotomy between a chosen one and others looking into your life. You get a lot of attention, you get a lot of stalkers, you get a lot of things that happen to you that doesn't happen to the average people. So when people give you their solutions, which they mean well, it just doesn't fit the scenario that we're living in. Like our lives are like fantasy to people. It's like Hollywood movie shit. You would have to see it on the screen or read it in a book, and you still wouldn't believe it because the truth is stranger than fiction. So where I'm at this point, I'm not inaccurate at all, if I'm saying that word right. But I feel like let me say this correctly. I feel inadequate in the area of teamwork, finding real people and resources. Okay, because everything is working divinely the way it's supposed to be, but I was not, like, as a chosen one, there's a lot of times you just work with pennies. Like, you just work with the least you have, because as a chosen one, there's a lot of I'm getting out of that programming. There is manipulation happening in chosen ones' lives. There are a task force out here. There are people and organizations and covens and wicked church organizations that do witch magic, that their prime objective is to look for high vibration signatures and energies and to silence them, separate them from their families, manipulate them, confirmation bitches, and steal their resources and siphon that person's energy out until they drive themselves crazy, off themselves, whatever. And this may sound redundant, but this is what I've been learning over this last year about a lot of things that's going on behind the curtains that I had no idea. And so every day is something new. And that's why I'm in this protective bubble of not trusting anyone. Because I said a few videos back, it's ironic when I'm going through the war, Save It Private Ryan, and no one's around and communicating with me, right? Nobody's supporting, liking my videos. Thank you, Brittany Cosmic Wifey. I'm going to address that too. This is a ping pong type video. We're going everywhere. But if you know, you know. She was talking about in her live last night how you can tell when people don't fuck with you because they don't like your videos, they don't do nothing, but they're looking at your stories. I've said this plenty of times. So being the chosen one, you have to be strong enough to know there's just going to be a lot of spies and haters creating these fake accounts with these numbers behind them, has 0 posts, and these fake ass carbon copy pictures, copy and paste. It's just sad, but people are just like following you and pocket watching you, you know. And a lot of things are happening that us chosen ones don't have the luxury of operating as some of you may. You know, some of you guys may be able to go and ask friends for help, you know what I'm saying? And you have those things. Or if you're down and out on money, you can have someone loan you money. You can go to banks. There's a lot of things that I'm working on as being a chosen one. I'm finding different avenues that I have to utilize to get things done in this matrix world to be free of it. So, that was my chair too, by the way, so I ain't busting cheeks on camera. And so she was talking about just how there's so many fake people out here. And if people are supposedly your friends and support you, then they would like your videos or share it, right? Nobody does that for me. Nobody. I mean, I'll give Freya Ray props. She likes some of my stories and so forth. And there's a few others out here. There's a beautiful woman on Instagram, Sola something. She's always traveling the world. She had a video with all these candles floating in the air. I forgot her name, Sola Raw. Forgive me. You know, there's a few of my collective that show me love. Brittany the Cosmic Wifey, she shows me love, you know. So there's people that show me love, but it's just like when you have the discernment, you can see there's a lot of people that say they like you, but they're not showing the support because they're nervous to be affiliated with me. So that's another thing that as a chosen one, you have to have the skin and the understanding that that's the path God has you on, because it's building the endurance for when you face the world on the world stage. There's going to be a lot of scenarios that we have to be prepared for. And I was talking about how last year I was going through the war. Nobody was supporting. I was building off of Brittany's comment last night on her live about these so-called friends of yours don't support you at all, but they want to say, I'm your friend, whatever. Or they're not on social media, but they see you on your stories. You know, it's so obvious. That's why I take screenshots of everybody that's online saying that they're not. It's just something I like to do, call them out. And then you realize that it's just you by yourself, isolated, and you have to be strong with that. And you go through the war, no one supported you the whole time. Then the war ends, you know what I mean? And then people want to come out. Hey, how you been? How you been? That's what I'm going through now. I have some family members reaching out to me. I was like, hey, how you been? And I told them, I was like, yeah, I love you, but I need to keep you at distance of that babe because this is just too ironic. It's too scripted. For now, you guys to come out the woodworks and reach out to me after everything is said and done. You know, everyone's getting exposed. The powers that be are spying on people. They're tapping people's phones. You know, the alphabet boys, they're about to make their stink. A lot of people get nervous and fighting amongst each other and get mad at me because I'm exposing this motherfucking shit. I'm, you know what I'm saying? I'm solving cold cases and shit on this bitch. Found out I may have a doppelganger out here that's actually, a doppelganger means a twin. I may have a twin, like I believe. It all makes sense now. I may have a doppelganger out here using my identity now and living off my property for my inheritances and shit. And I remember a picture of somebody sending me a picture back in the day. Somebody that looked just like me. And now I was like, So, man, my ancestors are nasty. Thank you, Elizabeth. You know. So, like, I'm like the shit I'm finding out, I'm like, this better be a lie. Like, it better be a lie. You know what I'm saying? I was just checking my fucking Experian report. And I'm seeing that there's like 3 cars. Like I got an email saying Experian. They're like, claim these auto or claim your cars or something. We can just look at it now, as a matter of fact. It's one of them videos. We're exposing everybody. What is the email I got? Come on, baby case. Wasn't it on this phone? Oh, that's right. It was. It was on my other lot of bings. There it is. Experian. Vehicle deleted, but where's the? Oh, was it off that same thread? Okay. So we'll go here. Basically, Experian wanted me to check some vehicles to claim if they were mine. You know what I'm saying? Sign in to confirm your car. And basically, when I checked as I confirmed my car, I checked it and there was 3 cars on that joint. I was like, these ain't my fucking cars, so I deleted them. But I took a picture so I keep that shit for the police when it needs to be done. Shit. I know people back there, you snitching? Shit, you damn right. I'm gonna show somebody what the fuck's going on. Someone stealing my shit, my inheritances, and my house, properties, building properties. Using businesses. That ain't snitching. That's just showing people what the fuck's going on. So I don't even give a fuck about that demographic anyways. So things are happening. This God is telling me what to do. So everybody else in the peanut gallery can suck a fucking cactus dick. And if you don't like what I said, since this is my spiritual soldier season again, please talk to me personally, because there's a lot of cowards out here that are just hiding and doing just fucking crackerjack magic still, and it's not effective. It's just that season. It's just like, what the fuck? There's too many cowards out here hiding behind the scenes and playing, they're throwing a rock and then hiding their hand type of shit, if I said that expression right. So many people throwing rocks and hiding their hands, but they got glass chins. But we ain't here fighting. It's just that you're not looking at someone as average right here. You're looking at some royal lineage right here that the world knows a lot about me that I'm still discovering about myself. So when I'm hearing a lot of these stories, it's just wild and crazy. And during my cosmic pause, I'm discovering a lot. I discover a lot of shit every day. And we were irritated that we weren't getting the respect put on our names, and people can just think they can play games and just look at me and assume. But, that's their free will to do. And everyone is getting karma paid to them now. And it's liberating, it's vindicating, and I'm still anxious to find out all the players that were involved, all the enemies. So I really don't care if this is redundant, but that's a chosen one's life. So you guys be very grateful that you guys are not going through a lot of the bullshit that I go through. And that's why it may be a mystery to you guys, because there's a lot of things that will just be exposed in public when the time is right, through the forces that will expose it. And everybody that will be putting coats over their head, getting placed in the paddy wagon with the handcuffs. I can't wait to see those pictures too. So people that are reaching out to me now and wanting a part of my life, I'm really still in survival mode. Like, I just came back from Vietnam. I just cannot trust people. I'm like, so, there's a lot of isolation that is required for you to get a closer connection to God and the divine source, so the divine source can show you, since everything's energy, what everything is, without being in crowds and being distracted and having other people place their insecurities on you, their reverse psychology, them talking about you in groups and stuff like that. And then when God anoints you, and then everyone's gravitated to you based off your good energy and your good heart and your good deeds and your track record, because then people stalk your pages and then go back to all your old videos and they can see the track record. And like, okay, yeah, we love this guy. And then everyone now spreading the rumors and lies, they go hide or they put on a mask and act like whatever. 0010110. So to try to hide in this Halloween season. So there's just a lot of things I'm noticing within this year that I shedded and I got away from, and how more blessings are coming into my life, and how people are just very envious and jealous of your rise and will try to do anything to discredit you. So like this video will find you when you're ready to lock in. If you know, you know. There's just a lot of haters out here, just period. And it was very good for me to actually take a stone cold hiatus for a minute, even though to me it wasn't that long of a hiatus, but I got a chance to see the heartbeat of the collective. When my presence wasn't there, the BG&E and energy was not there. The beneficial, good God energy was no longer there. And I love that pattern. It's just, you know. It's like, okay, bet. I'm doing what I got to do. Let's see how everyone else operates. And then you see people show their true colors. Just like Brittany the Cosmic Wife was saying, when you fall back, you see people's true cosmic colors. When you got to operate like a ninja, these people love stealing your ideas. That all my ideas are copyrighted by God anyway. So, and if someone does attempt to do it, it's corny. It doesn't last long. Confirmation, bitches. So you can know the algorithm. Okay, if you know the algorithms, you know the algorithms. If you know someone's original origin, and all of a sudden I pop up on the scene, and then you start seeing and noticing them acting like me, then you know. And this is why these type of videos I get upset with, because a lot of these messages may seem similar about love and people hating, because those energies are floating around, and this is a new earth. And ever since October 8th, a lot of the planetary alignments has been cleansing a lot of our old programs, and a lot of old things are resurfacing up to our forefronts of our brains, and it's making us recognize them, appreciate them, and let them go, or recognize them, appreciate them, and place them somewhere strategically in your life so you can keep operating, because I'm not letting in any old energies that didn't help me get to my new energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm noticing, it's just like I love my vision now, because I'm seeing a lot of things that I was oblivious to, or I was just used to based off of programming, you know? Like, I'm a nice guy, so a lot of times I just come off nice. And then after my encounter with whomever individual, then my inner soul says, damn, man, we did that well, but we don't like how we were just so nice when we could have said so many other things and called them out. And that's what we're working on. That could have just been ego saying that. But the initial action I took by being nice and keeping it moving, most likely, if not, was the best action, which I have to say it was, because me and my left shoulder are merging, so we're working still. You know, a lot of times I just want to beat your ass, you know, but that's not the way to go. And it lets me know that in my shadow work, where did I get all this violence from, you know, in movies and growing up, you know, and fighting in the playground and so forth, and getting bullied, you know, it's different eras, you know what I mean? You got to know how to fight and protect yourself. So, you know, there's just a lot of stuff going on, because, you know, there was a lot of mystery within my family, so I don't know a lot about my background. And a lot of things just coming to light, and there's not anybody rushing to say, hey, I can help fill in the holes, you know. It's just a lot of things that I'm just looking at that I just dislike, very disappointed with. Communication is one of my major things. If you can't talk and express yourself, then I can't fuck with you, just period, you know. And people that have been asking questions, hey, are you having fun during this time? Yes, I have a lot of fun. I mean, that is not the issue about having fun and enjoying myself. These obstacles that I was battling that happened to get the powers that be, bada bing, we'll keep that cosmic so that can be a surprise, that were doing the most was affecting my life. It's as bad as I don't want to say that, but there's people out here that were doing the most to affect my financial life and other aspects of my life that would make anybody bada bings, you know? So it's like, things are getting better by the day. I am grateful for everything that I've accomplished. I've accomplished a lot within the year, my collective. So I'm very appreciative. It may not look like that because we're just in constant self-aware state of mind, and just, you can't trust anybody besides God. And it's just like, we're just very vigilant like we're supposed to be. And we want to help the collective as much as possible, so you guys can be aware of people that are just wearing too much snakeskin and want to mislead you off your path, and to be prepared for people that just talk a lot and false promise you. Like a lot of people say, "Hey, aren't you rushing this relationship? Why are you rushing relationship?" I don't feel like I'm rushing relationship. I feel like I'm opening up as much as I possibly can on this type of platform, since people are not reaching out and personally talking to me, so we can grow more. I want love in my life. I want some true, authentic love that I know that is getting drawn to me now. Okay, it's happening as we speak. What is meant for me is meant for me, regardless. So I don't mean to be forcing things. It's just that when you're chosen, when you get very upset because you get like gaslighted so much. Hey, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you, I got you. And right when the delivery date happens, or supposed to happen, then some more lessons come. And I was about to say some more bullshit comes, but I'm very aware that whatever happens in our life is just a divinely disguised message that we need to decode properly, so we can open up those doors to the next level of where we're supposed to go. It's how we react to these situations is where I'm getting at. And I'm getting a lot better versus Hulk smashing tables. You know what I mean? There's a lot of anger in here that a lot of you most likely have as well, because you guys go through shit. You know, what is the term and expression? Life is lifing, whatever. So a lot of things are coming to surface. We're getting rid of them. I feel a lot more freer. At times, I just want it to be, I just want, it's just crazy. It's just super crazy. There's a lot that I want. And just every day is an adventure. You know what I mean? Hence, I don't mind the slowing down process of this, but at the same time, I look at what the world tells me, or what God tells me to look at, and I see the world is still in this division and anger and separation, and still plugged into the news and politics, and can't think for oneself, and they don't know themselves, so they're just angry at the system, themselves, everyone that they're surrounded by, so they don't know how to communicate properly or on how they're truly feeling. So that's a state that highly concerns me as well. And people not treating other people as human beings, but they claim to love God. That offends me beyond anything. And talking to people that are religious only minded, and that are not well rounded, that's another thing that concerns me. People that are only one-sided on politics, that concerns me as well, because if you want this place to be united, then I believe that we should have worldwide views on how we can unite this place to actually make it a better place, to making it worse by everyone's opposites opinions clashing. And instead of getting anything done, there's nothing done. And then when nothing gets done, then aggression gets brought up. And then that whole low vibration frequency gets back on the roller coaster ride again. And then the victor wins. And then their vision's blind because you happen to destroy something that was created by God to make this place a better place. So you're just taking away another God helper because you want to get your point across, because your anger got the best of you. There's a lot of barbaric tendencies mixed with reptilian thinking tendencies that need to be eradicated, but slowly but surely is getting eradicated. So if you have the eyes to see, then there's a lot of great things happening. A lot of good things are happening. And I'm very happy in life. I think that you'll see me smiling ear to ear when all of my stolen resources and everything gets brought back to me, so I can be more impactful. And then you'll see me smiling ear to ear. when my true soulmate comes to me and we're sitting here hand in hand and we're actually a whole unit and we can be complete, because that's the purpose of life, is to have a significant other help you. I mean, come on now. There's only so long you can beat your own dick. There's only so long you can go out here and get some other cheeks, right? It's just so, there's only so long where you can, you know, be next to someone but feel completely empty. You know what I mean? You want someone that knows exactly who you are, intuitive, knows exactly how you feel, and can read your mind, whatever the case may be. However you want your significant other to be, you feel complete, and that's the whole purpose of this life. But as a chosen one, there's just a lot of gray areas. A lot of people just don't know if they're built for that mission, your mission, God's mission. You know, there's a lot of things they're going through. So I'm not villainizing anyone here. I'm just very passionate about my mission and how this message needs to come across, because a long time ago, I stopped letting people play with my emotions. It's like Big Worm. Playing with my emotions like playing with my money. You know, last year, a lot of people were playing with my time, and I didn't notice it at the time. So I'm grateful for that lesson, you know what I mean? But so God has let me know that everyone that is playing their role is playing their necessary role that we signed up before we got down here. And that comes with remembering who you are. So like Now did a video. A beautiful Indian woman. You need to follow her on YouTube, if I believe I'm correct. Now, N-O-W. She was talking about how she accepts the Truman Show. She accepts everyone following you or following her and looking at her at the park or in the supermarket. She appreciates them now because everything is beautiful, versus her perspective. In my perspective, sometimes too, I look at them as just Agent Smiths, which they are, but I look at them with a little bit more passion. Like, man, fuck these Agent Smiths. They're attempting to manipulate my life until I realize I'm everything that I need. And these players are actually out here to help balance everything. It's just like low frequencies, high frequencies. It's just, it is what it is. And then once you change your perspectives, then you can navigate through this world a lot simpler versus looking at everyone as your enemy. It's just all a part of the coding. So thank you Now for that. That was a great perspective changer. And Jadina, she was talking about something earlier today too. How like there's no rush towards what's already meant for you, because the universe already has everything written for us individually within our energetic birthrights code to magnetize towards us regardless. In life, which Shakespeare says, being on the world stage, is nothing but a grand lesson of experiences that we go through. There's no such thing as failure. It's like the divine creator created us so we can experience everything that the divine source wants us to experience and then bring back to source to store, you know, for the Akashic record, so life can be understood on a cosmic level. You know what I mean? If you look at I'm trying to paint a picture here, like an aerial view of the cosmos. Like if you remember Einstein's in school, they had a depiction or an illustration of like how they described the state of relativity, if I'm saying that right. Okay. It's like mass plus gravity equals. Oh, that's right. I was thinking about neotech, how it's like mass plus consciousness equals gravity or something like that. Okay, well, before I go too far off, because I don't want to describe something incorrectly, so then the message won't get doesn't get digested properly. There's a picture of like there's an invisible web, and in the middle of the web there is a indentation that looks like there's a ball that's placed right in the middle of the finely woven cosmic web. And it's in this cosmic web is just placed in the middle of the cosmos. So there's just planets and stars all around, and you just see this giant mesh of a web, and in the very middle there's a big indentation that looks like a circle, and that is representing gravity and how everything is like on this cosmic spider web. It's like quantum physics. Like if you hit one end of the web, it will cosmically vibrate out to where it's supposed to go out, which is infinite, right? It's like some interstellar shit. There's multiple parallel dimensions existing simultaneously. So a lot of our cases of deja vu only means that we are very similar to a timeline that we're experiencing on another timeline. We're like perfectly meshed in to the other reality that's living a very similar life we're living on Earth B, and Earth C is living that same life. You know what I mean? So that's when deja vu intermingles with our own realities, because our other version, our higher version, is living a similar life. So, if we understand that, then we understand that death is nothing but a word. It's just like it's just a transition, but I don't want to go there. I guess what I was just talking about is how everything is connected. And I was talking about relationships and being happy, significant other. I think I kind of lost my main grip, but Spirit Team helped me bring back to the foundation of where I'm getting at. That's right, working together. Confirmation, bitches. I love that. Yeah, I think it all stems from like when someone gets mad, then they have to be the victor, and then they use aggression, and then one of God's children gets hurt, and they're destroying it versus working in unison together, which brought me to that Isaac Einstein. I said Isaac Einstein. I was thinking about Isaac Newton. That's so funny, right? Isaac Newton discovered gravity supposedly, like an apple fell from the tree, and then he discovered gravity, which doesn't exist. It's just density. But look up Rashad Jamal. He'll perfectly explain the difference between gravity and density, and stars and planets, since I was talking about that. But forgive me on that. If you know, you know. The University of Cosmic Intelligence. Follow him, support him. He'll be home soon. Free Rashad Jamal. So, basically everything is interconnected. And if we work together as a planet more versus a lot of things that are concerning me that I'm seeing in this world, slowly but surely it will be addressed, because a lot of good things are happening. So we have to be appreciative of what is happening. And I am appreciative of what I'm going through, even though I may look stoic. Okay, I'm just bringing back what I was getting at. We're almost 50 minutes in, but it's just one of those videos that I feel right now that having a true companionship would make me complete, and it would. So, like, I know I can do this on my own, collective. Oh, I think, yeah, I did bring up Jadina, how she said just, why rush? Everything's meant to be. Okay, I covered it. I'm just making sure I'm covering everything. Yeah, so I feel like that is where I'm at now. Once all my resources that were stolen gets returned to me, and I can operate on the frequency that I want to operate on, completely total bliss, right? Even more than I'm feeling now, because I've accomplished so much in a year. I'm still shocked and pinch myself that I'm here now. Like, this is fucking awesome, okay? And I'm learning how to have more fun, but I have a lot of fun, so I just wanted to make that known and clear. But I would like to share it with a significant other. That's just where the frustration comes in. It just feels like I've been led on so many times that someone's been ready for me. And then right when I believe we're good, they ask me to do certain things and then I do it. And then it seems like right when I'm ready to pull the trigger, they're not ready to pull the trigger. Then I ask myself, why the fuck I even do this for? And the guy reminds me it's all a lesson. It's all part of the plan. I'm like, fucking Christ, how many times bam, it's been 6 years since I've had a relationship. You know what I mean? This is going to be the best relationship I've ever had out of all of those relationships. I mean, every relationship I had was an experience, and I'm appreciative of those to learn what love is, you know what I mean, and how to be a better person. Because I was not always the best definition of a boyfriend, you know. I cheated, I did a lot of shit. So now I've grown past all that and I'm ready to be in the best, most mature relationship. And that just takes experience and perspective and to know all about growth and do your proper shadow work. That's where that comes from. So just for anyone watching this or may have jumped in the video late, I'm not rushing love at all. And at times it seems like I am. It's only because I'm passionate and we just have checklists. We're just ready to go. You know what I mean? Just a lot of things going on that the teamwork and the resources would just make God's mission even be expedited that much more. But there's a lot of nervous and shy people. You know, that's what it is. Just nervous and shy people. They don't support the boy. They don't. And then my mission is to teach regardless. This platform will be upgraded. There's changes coming, you know, I mean, renovations, all types of shit that's happening. So it's not always going to be the same format. Just so you guys all know. I've been wanting change, okay? People saying release your music videos and all this other stuff. That's coming soon. Website's coming soon. So I don't have to worry about all these shadow bannings. My own website is coming soon, okay? You can buy my products, my t-shirts, all that. My music, you'll be able to buy off my website, okay? Bada bing. So whoever's ready to join the team, reach out to the boy and let me know that you're down for Team Zoe. Okay, and I don't have to read between the lines and all this other shit. It's like, baby Jesus, I wish people would just be open and talk and reach out to people. Like I do. I go on their Instagrams and I send them messages. Some of them might call and that shit just don't get picked up, but I'm that guy. I'll send you a personal message because I don't like leaving comments on the thread so everybody from TMZ can use that and twist it and make it a message out of something that is not. This is a breadcrumb. So I'd rather reach out to you personally. It's just like, come on now. Pauly hands, I know. But that's where my frustration lies. It's just, and we're attracting it now. Just being the chosen one, you just have to have the fucking Logan patience. If you know, you know. I like reading some Psalm 91. Pew, pew, pew. Na 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 na, one of you. Talk to him. Na 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 na, one of you. Na 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 na, one of you. All right, Psalm 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say of the Lord, he is my refuge and my fortress, my God, in him I will trust. Or my God in her, whoever you believe, okay? Surely he shall deliver you from the snare of the fowler and from the perilous pestilence, if I said that word correctly. He shall cover you with his feathers, and under his wings you shall take refuge. His truth shall be your shield and buckler. You shall not be afraid of the terror by night, nor by the arrow that flies by day, nor of the pestilence that walks in the darkness, nor of the destruction that lays waste at noonday. Very fitting for this spooky month, right? Keep the devils away from your spirit. 1,000, forever keep them away from your spirit. Rebuke all evil. 1,000 may fall at your side and 10,000 at your right hand, but it shall not come near you. Only with your eyes shall you look and see the reward of the wicked. because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place. No evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. In their hands they shall bear you up, lest you dash your foot against a stone. You shall tread upon the lion and the cobra, the young lion and the serpent. You shall trample underfoot, because he has set his love upon me. Therefore I will deliver him. I will set him on high, because he has known my name. He shall call upon me, and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life I will satisfy him and show him my salvation. That was Psalm 91. I like reading that when I feel attacked or somebody wants to manipulate my energy or attempt to manipulate my energy. I always have to center myself and remind myself the strength of God, which is us, within us all, to rebuke any evil spirits or prying eyes or I think it's called defamation of character. Basically smearing your name through the mud. Make sure you do as much damage control as possible. Then you recognize your timestamps, and then you recognize all these people that want to copy your steez. So once again, it's like you're flattered. You know, it's the thing to be flattered, but at the same time, you got to realize you that shit. You the shit if people are copying you like that. You know what I mean? It's just some biblical shit. Your story is very biblical, so you just got to be appreciative of that. And if you can be appreciative of that, you don't mind these haters, okay? That do videos one day sucking your jock, and then the next day they're saying they hate you. You know what I mean? It's just how they deliver the messages. You can tell who your true haters are and who really truly doesn't like your rise because they feel like they're becoming obsolete. Like I'm watching a lot of wrestling rivals, and they talk about it. It's like, yeah, man, when I'm on top, then I see the young babyface come, then I know my top spotlight is almost run and done, so I got to do what I got to do to maintain the stuff. There's a lot of competitiveness out here, and I've never, ever was being competitive with nobody. And that's what's great, too. It's like, damn, man, throughout my whole life, am great, been great, but I was dimming myself down because I didn't want to outshine everybody else around me. But now it's like full throne season. Fuck all this shit. No more dimming your light. So if you're feeling the same way too, if you feel like you're just outgrowing your room, you are. Okay? You don't want to be the smartest person in the room. Because if you are, then you outgrew the room. You want to be surrounded with people that are smarter than you. That's my goal. I want to be around people. Like, okay, bet. All right, shit. How do we do this? Let's go. Let's get it done. Not nobody that wants to be the boss. There's too many chefs in the kitchen and shit. It's 52 on the timestamp. On the timestamp, if you know, you know. 7-7. There's too many chefs that want to be in the kitchen, and I've been dealing with that bullshit all of my fucking life when it comes to creativeness and working with groups. That we hardly get shit done. I mean, there's a period I was doing my music, we were kicking ass, right? But then through that period, you see a lot of people butting heads and wanting to do. So that's why I love being a lone wolf. But there's a period now where my true cosmic family is getting drawn to me, where we can work on that same frequency and actually get things done that is going to benefit the planet and God. Not nobody that's trying to step on each other's foot. I'm the boss. No, we're all each other's family members, so we're not going to be doing that shit. We're going to be brainstorming and making shit work, think tanking it. But on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Hopefully you digested this the way it was supposed to be digested, because every video is like an onion. There's multiple layers to it. Some things you may resonate with, some things you may not resonate with until a later time. And each message is timeless. Like on my planet, damn, it's only 8:44, October 11th. Shit, okay, you know. It's Saturdays, October 11th. So happy Saturdays, or whatever happened days you happen to land on this video, okay? So that's what is lovely about timeless messages. Whenever your energy is resonating and your spirit is looking for a certain message, this is going to pop up on your For You page, your FYP. Picking up on the new terms. I love each and every one of you. Hopefully you understand understood this message. Hopefully it reached the people that I meant for it to reach. And hugging everybody that may be spiritually crying or did cry during some of their videos or whatever. I love you guys tremendously as well, because you can feel some of the deep pain that I've been through, and we're battling through it together, and we're learning from one another. And I need to learn how to be gentle, because I don't like snapping and cutting off dragons' heads unless if the dragon needs their head cut off. So besides that, always operate on the love foundation. Always keep yourself together. Be careful, because a lot of people love to pocket watch you, you know what I mean? Don't put your plans all out there, you know, that's why we operate very strategically. Stay happy and loving. I mean, I haven't been the happiest in my life, I think ever. This has been the most happiest of my life. And some people say, all right, you sound like you're Petty Pete, you're always bitching about something. I wish you could switch shoes with me, and then I promise you, you would, I would love to see it. You know what I mean? So there's a lot of people that's in the peanut galleries. I would do this. I would do this. Stop eating fast food. I don't eat fast food, by the way, anymore. But there's just a lot of people that have their suggestions. But I was like, here's my shoes. Step in them. Show me what you got. Show me what you got. Shake what your mama gave you. So there's a lot of people that will talk, but they can't walk a mile in my shoes. They can't, and that's why they hate it. So I'm the greatest. Love each and every one of y'all. We making it, baby. Brittany Phillips, I wrote you an email too, just checking up on your health, mental check. Hopefully you're all good. I love you tremendously. Michelle Mallory, you're doing the damn thing. Nene, you're doing the damn thing. Everybody out here doing the damn thing. Keep on doing it, and let's make this place a better place, okay? I love you, and thank you, Moon and Froggy, for doing what you do too. You have a beautiful voice, girl. Mind you got the T. Mind you got the Tito. All y'all, Charlie's Angels, I love you all. Aeon Moon, everyone doing your thing. If you know, you know. If I didn't say your name, forgive me. Latoya Okia, I haven't seen you in a minute, but I know you're doing your damn thing. CC Reading, you doing the damn thing out there. And Devotion with Marcus, you doing the damn thing. I haven't peeped at your videos, but you, you and your gimmicks, I love it. When I say gimmicks, I'm like, sometimes you have a video with an apple on your head, or I don't know. You just have very clever ways of getting people's attention through God. So I love what you're doing. I love everybody out doing their thing. Oh, Chosen 144 and his wife, Light 144, and Light, my baby. You know, a lot of y'all doing your damn thing. Brittany and Cosmic Quality, you already know, you know. And Let's Hear Spirit, Bada Banks. Nene just left me a heart on the comment. I love that. Bada Bang. Jadina, Fred Ray, everybody, just do your damn thing. Love each and every one of you. Keep on going. Stay strong. All right, we got this. All right.